Welcome to part 2 of my Sephora VIB sale haul video. I want to swatch everything because I feel like it's more helpful that way, but I guess I don't want it to be an hour long. So anyway, if you missed the first half of the Sephora VIB sale haul video, I'll link it down below, but otherwise, I've got quite a few palettes to show you now, and I want to swatch them for you guys. I think it's helpful. So anyway, let's just jump into the rest of the stuff that I got. I picked up this cute little palette in store. It's the Sephora brand Craig and Karl collection, Colorful 5 Pastel to Pop. I just thought it looked really pretty and really springy, so I sprung on it. But this is what it looks like right here. All of these shades are matte except for this yellow right here has got a little bit of iridescent to it. I haven't used this yet, but I swatched it in store and it swatched pretty nice, so let's give it some swatching here. Those are the first couple shades right there. Very pastel-y looking, and then this last one is a purple color right there. It does look like a all-around pretty spring palette. So that is the Craig and Karl Colorful 5 Pastel to Pop palette. And then I purchased this Pro Full Coverage Airbrush brush, and it's the number 53XL. It looks familiar, I suppose, because it's like a larger version of the 53 brush, which it's a great one for just kind of bronzing up. This is like such a little multi-purpose brush, but this one just intrigued me. It's like a larger size of it. So here's the 53 and here's the 53XL. Now because this one is bigger, I feel like, you know, the density is there towards the bottom, but because the bristles are longer, it feels fluffier towards the top. And I haven't used this yet, but it's got a little bit more movement because the bristles are longer. So, and it's a synthetic. So I'm excited to use this. It just feels nice and it looks cool. So that's the 53XL. Here's the 53, but this next product is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Poured in the shade Pearl. I swatched this in store in Sephora when I was down in California, and I thought the overall color and the shine of it was really, really pretty. Now that I've got it and I've actually played around with it, the texture of this is very dry. It's not super, super creamy. It's almost like a instant cream to powder type of a formula, which can be a little tricky to get it on the skin. I'm not really particularly wowed by how this performs, but if you can get it on the cheeks, like the actual product itself is really, really pretty. And I wish Becca would make this in the powder form for us fair folk. Moonstone's the lightest, which I can use Moonstone as well, but I would like one that isn't so yellow. And this is beautiful. I wish so bad they would come out in the pressed powder form. Anyway, this is the poured version, and it's in Pearl. There's 0.19 ounces of product, so this is kind of like the size of a blush compact right here. So I really have to kind of work my finger in there to get some product, but it's so pretty. I just kind of wish it was a little bit easier to work with. What I really wish is it was a powder. Anyway, that's the Shimmering Skin Perfector Poured in Pearl. I'm going to play around with it a lot. Once it's on the skin, I think it looks really pretty. It's just a matter of getting it on the skin, so we'll see. I feel like everybody picked these up during the sale. I think every Sephora VIB haul I've watched, people pick these up, including me. They're the new Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. I started off with one shade at the beginning of the sale, and it's the lightest shade in the bunch. It's called P20. These are supposed to have the pink undertone, although I don't feel like it's that pink for me compared to the Dr. Jart BB cream, the light one. This isn't as pink as that, but when I put this in with the Dr. Jart BB cream, I do get more coverage, but it changes the tone a little bit. It still works for me, but I'm not particularly crazy about the tone. I do like the extra coverage, but it's supposed to be a pink undertone, and I don't feel like it looks particularly pink, so this one is 20. And initially what I was excited about buying these for was mixing in with my sunscreen, so I could, you know, have a high SPF sunscreen with tint to it. And I use a mineral sunscreen, so here's P20. I use a mineral sunscreen, and it's white, you know, because it's a mineral. The mineral zinc and titanium are white minerals, and it was it just did not work out very nice. This light one definitely didn't work, and I feel like I had to put like 15 drops of it in there to even get anything, for it to do anything to the sunscreen. So I went ahead and thought, well, let's try a darker version since that's white, you know. And I picked up P40, which is, you know, pretty dark for me. And this will be nice though too to darken up some other, like my BB cream, I guess. But I do have the new shade of the BB cream, which I actually like better than the color of this. So I don't know, we'll see. This one is the, because they're made for mixing, these drops, but they might be fun to play around with. But initially I wanted to use them with my sunscreen. I'm totally rambling. Anyway, this is P40. Again, I don't feel like this is particularly pink. They're like heavily concentrated high pigmentation products for sure, but so this is P40. See, those, neither one of those look you know, especially you can see how pink I am compared to these two, because these are supposed to be pink toned products. But there's P20 and there's P40. They were pretty expensive, so if I don't find a way to use them in which I really love them soon, I think I'm going to send them back. But there's a lot of versatility to be using these products to mix with stuff, but in my mind I really wanted to use it with my sunscreen and it's not working out like I had planned. Anyway, those are those. Then I picked up the Elizabeth & James Nirvana Black and White perfume oils. And I've recently, well, not recently, about 2 months, about 2 months I've had a diffuser, an oil diffuser, because I have what are they called, like oil blends. Anyway, my favorite is to put lemongrass in there. It smells my whole house up like Fruit Loops. It's awesome. Anyway, I had thought that it would be pretty awesome to use these oils right here in my diffuser. And because I just got these yesterday, so right away I put 2 drops of each of these in my diffuser, because my favorite way to wear these perfumes, they're great by themselves as well, but my favorite way is to wear them together, like the blend together. It's just like, it smells so good. Anyway, I wasn't sure how it was going to work out, and I put 2 drops of each of these in my little diffuser thing, and it smelled the whole house up like Elizabeth & James, and it was awesome. So I picked these up. They're kind of spendy, not kind of, they are, for how much product. You're getting 0.47 fluid ounces in there, and they're $35 a piece. But I do have like some doTERRA oil blends that are spendy as well, so it's about average, I guess, for an oil blend. But these are Elizabeth & James, and they smell so good. And the diffuser was awesome. You can obviously use them on your skin as well, but that's my plan for it anyway, and I like them. I really do love the loose Cover FX powders, both the matte and the illuminating. I feel like are so pretty on the skin. And when you set something, it doesn't like suck all the moisture out of your face like some setting powders do, to where like your bronzer and stuff blend out patchy. Anyway, I love those, but before I had got those powders, I was using this a lot. It's the Marc Jacobs Perfection Powder Featherweight Foundation, and I used up the one that I had, and I found myself actually missing it, because this is pressed, so it's a little bit quicker to use than maybe the powders. And I used that one up. So I picked up another one of these, and it's in the shade 120 Ivory. Another thing that's good about this is, in a comparison to the Cover FX powders, is you can get a little bit more coverage out of this. So with the BB cream, if there's little spots or something, that if I want a little bit more of a flawless finish, this does the job. And it's not heavy. The formula of this is much like that of the In Extra Dimension type of formula. It's like a jelly type of a product. It did come with a cover on there, but this is 120 Ivory. And I've used up a whole one of these. And I really like the finish of these powders on the skin. So I did pick up another one because I found myself missing it. And for days when I do wish for some more coverage, this is what I was really enjoying using. I had used Urban Decay pressed foundation powder type lightly, and then Kat Von D powder foundation really lightly as well, and those just don't sit very pretty on the skin like this does. It does that coverage, but it looks really pretty on the skin. Anyway, so I got another one of those, and it does come with a little puff and a pouch as well. I've been noticing that Nars is discontinuing some of their blushes, and some popular ones that a lot of people like. One that I really like, and I've almost used up the whole thing. Let me grab it. It's the blush in New Order, and it's like a lilac pink with silver sparkles in it. It's got my name written all over it. I love this blush a lot, and I don't know why, but I thought, what if they just discontinue this? So I picked up another one during the sale. This is the one that I've been using, so I might as well swatch it for you guys. But if you like if you don't like the shimmer and the glitter and stuff, you're not gonna like this. I think some people might use this as a highlighter, but on me, it's a very vibrant lilac pink with silver shimmers in it, and I love it. So I did pick up a backup of this because this one here, I've used a ton of this. It's right there. It's not going to swatch very nice. You do kind of need a little bit of a stiffer brush as well to get this on. But on the skin, it looks really pretty. So that's new order. I picked up a backup. Getting down to the home stretch here, I have got some palettes. This set here I saw in store at JCPenney's when the sale was going on. And this is the Bare Minerals Bronzed and Luminous. 2 portable palettes for bronzed and glowing full face looks. So this is a little package, and this was $52 it says on here. I don't know what it would have ended up being with the discount, but there are 2 palettes in here. The packaging is, you know, kind of cheap feeling cardboard. Anyway, this first one is beautifully bronzed, and there is a little lip gloss in here called Spark Plug, and then you've got a little bit of a look deal, and here are the shades. So 2 bronzy type shades. They both look matte, and then 3 eyeshadows there. I have not even swatched these or anything yet, so let's swatch them. Oh, yes. Bronze skin, these are going to be absolutely beautiful. So those are the shadows, and then here are the, the High Dive bronzer part has got some shimmer to it, and then the Ocean View looks matte, and then the High Dive is a little bit darker. So High Dive and then Ocean View right there. Cool. So that one is the Beautifully Bronzed that comes in that little set, and then the other palette that comes in the set is called Gorgeously Glowing. It's a little pink type of a box here. And then there are, both of the blushes have got a shimmer to them, and then the Kismet eyeshadow is matte. So everything's shimmery except for this guy right here, that's matte. But another pretty little set. I like Bare Minerals' powder products, so those are the shadows. And then here are the cheek products right there. And then it does come with the peach lip gloss in the shade Show Off right there. This next palette is the new Marc Jacobs Style Icon No. 7 palette, and this is in the shade, or the style 220, The Lover. I don't know what it is. For some reason, I like to collect these. Some of them I think are totally worth the money. Some of them feel really, they're nice, but they don't feel like they're worth the money. This one is a very nice palette. I have used this one, and the look came out really soft, really neutral. It was easy to use. The matte shades kind of kicked up a little bit of product, but it was a really nice palette. I was worried a little bit that there wouldn't be a deep enough shade in here to really define with, but I use a pretty hydrating, like, you know, that concealer, RMS concealer as a primer, and when a shadow or a powder product typically hits that, it'll kind of deepen up. So this was dark enough for me to do a whole look with, but the look was all pretty soft. For mattes, there are, this one is a matte, this one, these 2 right here are mattes, and then this one is a matte. The other ones have got shimmers in it, so let's swatch this for you right here. So here's the first 4 shades. I don't know how well these are going to show up on my skin. Oh, you can kind of see them. Cool. And then the next 3 shades look like that right there. If you really like the, you know, if you wanted like a high-end palette that's pretty neutral, you do get 7 shades in here, which is something for the money. Like if you were to compare it to like a Dior Quint or something, you get more shades in here for relatively the same price. So that is something to consider. And the packaging is cute and sleek, so I like it. It's not very often that I wear this neutral of a look, but when I did wear it, it was pretty, and it was pretty easy to use as well. So that's the Lover from Marc Jacobs. And then this next palette is the Tarte High Performance Naturals M Power Flower Amazonian Clay Collector's Palette. And this was a lot like skinnier, longer and like skinnier than I had thought it was going to be. But let me pull it out of the packaging here. I haven't used this just yet, so I'm not 100% on the performance. But this is what the packaging looks like. And there is a mirror in there. And then you have got 4 shadows and 2 blushes and a bronzer. And these, the bronzer is Park Avenue Princess with the shimmer in it. And then these kind of appear like satin matte. And then for shadows, everything looks matte for the shadows except for these 2 right here have shimmer in them. So I think that they could have used their full-size Tarte pans that they normally do for the packaging in this. I just think it looks odd that they're like smaller. What are they for size-wise? Let me see here. They're 0.024 ounces a piece there. And then the bronzer and blushes are 0.15 ounces a piece, which is a decent amount of product. So anyway, that is what that looks like. Let's attempt to swatch. There are those. Ooh, I totally nailed myself in the nose. There's those 3. And then let's do these top shadows. This I think would be a nice little travel palette actually, because it's so skinny. I don't know how it would fare in a suitcase, but there's the first 4. Nice and pigmented, those ones. Right there. Those are really nice. Fabulous. And then these next ones here. I should have probably swatched the shadows next to each other. Those are swatching really nice. Cool. I'm excited about this little palette. So the last 2 items, these were part of my last hurrah during the sale. I wasn't going to get these because I know there's a couple of shades in each one of these 2 palettes that I have already, but the price is so good on them. They're the new Makeup Forever Artist Shadows. This is what the box looks like. And I was really pleasantly surprised. The actual palette itself is like totally heavy and substantial feeling, which I like that. It feels nice even though it's cardboard. So inside there's 9 shadows. This is the Artist 1 palette. The thing about this that's such a great deal is each one of these shadows is 0.06 ounces a piece, and the shadows that are in the regular line are 0.07 ounces a piece. So these are so close to being full-size shadows for Makeup Forever. And if you're familiar at all, or if you're not familiar with the pricing system, you can get 3 of the full-size shadows for $44, and this whole palette was $40. So if you were thinking about diving into the artist shadows from Makeup Forever, these are a great way to do it. I think this one is permanent, and the other one I'm going to show you, the Artist 2, is a limited edition. That's what I'd read on the website. So I believe everything in here except for the black is... See, nope, everything in here is metallic, diamond, iridescent, or satin. There are no mattes in this particular palette. So let me show you this. These are the shades in there, and if you want to know the ones, those are the shades that are in this particular palette if you wanted to compare to the ones you may already have if you were thinking about it. But so let's swatch this guy. These are not removable like the holiday palette. You could just like pop little things out. These are like stuck in there, which is kind of unfortunate, but oh well, it's cardboard, so it shouldn't be too difficult to depot if you wanted to do that. I have a mixture of like these shades right here from my crease upwards. If you have really oily eyelids, I'm not sure how well you'll like these because they are filled, you know, they do have a lot of silicone derivatives in them. So anyway, but these are one of my favorite eyeshadows. I love them. I love the Makeup Forever shadows. So there's these ones right here. And if you wanted to try them, these palettes are just a great way to do it. So swatch these ones right over here. And there's the black, very black. So that is the Artist 1 palette from Makeup Forever. Super cute. And then the last thing I have to show you is the Artist 2 palette from Makeup Forever. I have not even touched this. I do know I've got this pink shade right here that came in the 30 for 30 palette, and I think I've got this one as well. Anyway, this is a great little collection of eyeshadows. I haven't even swatched it yet, but so this is the Artist 2 palette, same packaging as the other one. And then if you want to know, because they're like numbers, you can see right there, these are the shadows that are in the palette. And there are no mattes in this either. So neither palette has a matte shadow in them. Mostly what I'm seeing is metallic, iridescent, and diamonds in the palette. So let's swatch this. There are these shades right here. They're so pretty. They're just so pretty. And we'll do this pink eye, the blue one, the purple one. This one is almost like a, oh, it's a green. It's a pretty like forest green. Oh, aren't those beautiful? They're so pretty. And then the last one is a purple color right there. So that is the Artist 2 palette. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that and found it helpful. I need to get my rear outside because there's like, it's so beautiful and I have many a thing to do. So anyway, thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen and I will see you guys later. Bye.